One of the most critical moments of your trip is the departure from the airport on your first day in Spain. And today we're going to take a look at the basic precautions you should take to ensure that the transfer from the airport to your accommodation goes smoothly. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hello, I am Tony Galvez from Road Trip Spain and Portugal, where we help you plan the perfect trip with practical information and insider tips. Today's video is going to be a short program to clarify the reasons why we always recommend avoiding using public transport to leave the airport when traveling with heavy luggage. We have already talked about this in several videos on the channel, including the video with a series of mistakes you should avoid making if you are coming to Spain. But before we start, we wanted to make it clear that you can leave the airport using public transport and suitcases. Yes, we are not saying you cannot. We've done it. We've done it in Spain, in America, in Asia. Wherever we went, we often used public transport to leave the airport, even with suitcases from São Paulo to Kuala Lumpur. The message, therefore, is not that you cannot take public transport from the airport with luggage, but that we want you to be aware of 3 limitations if you do so. The first limitation are your personal circumstances. If you are traveling with a lot of luggage, it is because you will most likely be arriving in Spain after a long intercontinental journey. If you have traveled economy class, like most of us do, you will be somewhere between very tired and exhausted. At least that's how I feel every time I take a long flight. And you are going to arrive at a big airport that you probably don't know, and where you are going to have to navigate your way to disembark, go through immigration, retrieve your luggage, go out into the open part of the airport, and find the transport links. The second limitation is that it's not the same to use the metro or train with luggage as without. It may seem obvious, but the process of getting on and off a train, metro or bus with luggage is more complicated. On top of that, although the metro networks of cities such as Madrid and Barcelona have been modernized and adapted for people with mobility issues, the reality is that, especially but not exclusively in Madrid, it is quite common to encounter flights of stairs with no alternative elevator or escalator. And climbing flight after flight of stairs with suitcases is a punishment that nobody deserves, especially not on your first day in the country. Moreover, in the specific case of Madrid, on city buses that do not leave from the airport, you can only get on with cabin-type suitcases. The exception are the buses that leave from the airport. If you want to take the free line 001, you will not be able to do so if you are carrying large luggage. And the third limitation, and we believe the most important, refers to the main security threat in Spain and in many other European countries, which is the damned pickpockets. The pickpocket is an opportunistic criminal, always on the lookout for an opportunity to act. And no one presents an easier opportunity for crime than a tourist with luggage. On the train, on the metro, you will not be able to take care of your bags, your most valuable belongings, and hold on somewhere while the transport is moving. The human body does not have hands for so many needs. And pickpockets are usually very good at what they do. We have already told the following story and we will repeat it. Some time ago, a follower of our channel asked us if it would be a problem to take the metro from Madrid airport to her hotel, loaded with suitcases. Our answer was that we thought it would be better to take a taxi or use a ride-sharing service, because we thought it would avoid the risk of theft. A day later, the follower reappeared on our channel to comment that she did not follow our guidance, took the metro, and on the way to her hotel, her passport and mobile phone were stolen. And another short story, our dear friend Antonio, a Spaniard, a very experienced traveler, recently had his wallet and documents stolen on the bus connecting the terminals at Madrid airport. To be the victim of a robbery like that of our follower or our friend Antonio is a monumental disaster as well as a catastrophic start to a trip, and we would do anything to avoid it. So, consider carefully the possibility of leaving the airport by taxi or ride-sharing service if you are traveling with large luggage. The financial impact of deciding to leave the airport by taxi on your travel budget may not be that great, and the benefits will be many. It will be a quick, relaxing, quiet and safe journey to your accommodation. Of course, you are not obliged to follow this recommendation, and if you still want to use the metro, train or bus, go ahead, but do your best, please, to protect yourself from pickpockets. We don't mind repeating once again. Keep all personal documents and your smartphone in a closed inner pocket out of the hands of others. And be very careful at ticket machines and when getting on and off the train or metro. Those are areas and moments when pickpockets operate. To make your trip to Spain even better, you will now see on screen our video with the mistakes you should avoid in Spain, a video that we invite you to watch. We are waiting for you in it.